If you're Trump and you've got a great cabinet. But I don't think we're going to see anything fundamentally different in the report. I know the people that wrote the report from the Department of Homeland Security. We've had a look at it. There's nothing there that isn't there. I think Trump won the election fair and square. He is the president-elect. Cybersecurity is a big issue. It's a big issue for government, which we've all learned. It's a big issue for corporations. And I think that's why we're here today. We're just trying to elevate the noise around it.
Are we spending enough on fighting it? And are we spending that money the right way?
Well, we own the largest cybersecurity company in the world, so of course I'm going to say no, we're not spending enough. But it's challenging because people are the last bastion of security, and there's zero unemployment in cybersecurity. So part of it is tool, part of it is discipline, and part of it is the people.
How do you feel about the appointment or unofficial appointment of former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani, who is going to be advising the President-elect Trump on cybersecurity? Is that the right choice?
Yeah, I didn't realize he was in the cybersecurity business. There's a lot of great people out there. I think he's part of a firm that has some experience in that. So, anytime we highlight cybersecurity, it's good for us. The first time the president talked about cybersecurity was 4 years ago in the State of the Nation address. Today, it's part of the talk all the time.
You know, it's interesting. If you look at the fruits of the hack that allegedly Russian cybersecurity folks went after, these are emails that wouldn't have any other value besides political value, right? Or it was disinformation, allegedly, right? So it's not something that typically a company would say, what are the things we need to protect most of all? So it seems like a different front that corporate boards are trying to fight along.
What's interesting is that's a great point. We're seeing, for the first time during the DNC hacks, what we saw was data being used as a weapon. In the past, cybercrime was about stealing something. Now what we're seeing is people are taking information to use it as a weapon against others. I'm not sure that the hacks really influenced the election one way or another, but certainly got a lot of information that was compromising to different people.
Who's doing a better job at responding right now? Corporate, or private or non-private sector?
I think the private sector is doing a better job, but the government's really coming along. A lot of my friends work for the government. They work for the Department of Homeland Security. Their heart is in the right place, but budgets are tough. The challenge with this environment is the best and the brightest people work in cybersecurity, and there's a shortage of talent. So the private sector can pay more, and the best minds are going into the private.
From your perspective, is the U.S. losing the cybersecurity race in terms of capabilities and attacks and counterattacks? Is Russia beating us?
I think it's challenging because there's other countries that have highlighted that as a weapon prior to us. I think we're now being caught up. I think a lot of people in America were surprised about the DNC hacks. Nobody in Russia was surprised about that. In many other countries, nobody was surprised. So the goodness for me out of this as a cybersecurity professional is it really highlights the talk around cybersecurity. And I think it's really never not going to be a priority again.